Good morning, guys. My name is Chrisia Davis, and I'm going to be doing my video analyst project on the film The Joker, which was filmed in 2019. And it was pretty popular when it came out, the whole movie. I chose a specific scene that really stood out to me. So, this was set up in the 1980s. Arthur Fleck, also known as the Joker, was on a talk show on the Murray Show, and this is a fictional, talk show in Gotham City that they have. He was invited on here shortly after committing a triple murder on a subway train, which he was never convicted for. And he's just explaining his reasons behind the killings along with personal views on how he thinks like the world looks at him. So I'm going to be showing you two parts of the same video and then put in like my concepts on it. So here's the first part of the video.
Hooray. Do I look like the kind of clown that could start a movement? I killed those guys because they were awful. Everybody is awful these days. It's enough to make anyone crazy.
Okay, so that's it. You're crazy. That's your defense for killing 3 young men?
No. They couldn't carry a tune to save their lives. Oh, why is everybody so upset about these guys? If it was me dying on the sidewalk, you'd walk right over me. I pass you every day and you don't notice me. But these guys, what, because Thomas Wayne cried about them on TV?
You have a problem with Thomas Wayne, too.
Yes, I do. Have you seen what it's like out there, Murray? Do you ever actually leave the studio? Everybody just yells and screams at each other. Nobody's civil anymore. Nobody thinks what it's like to be the other guy.
That's the first part of the clip, and as you can see, it's pretty dramatized and very intense. And I did like a scene analyzation on it, what kind of to me brought it even more intense. So first of all, the scene is bright. All the lights are on him, and he's wearing this bright red colored suit, bright green hair, and also the silence of the audience created an awkward but yeah, like disturbing effect. They weren't really like sympathizing with him, like nothing he was saying. They just were kind of like booing him, if anything. But it was just really weird. You can just kind of tell the tone of it, especially towards the middle of it. And also, the Joker and his clown makeup just ties everything together. And then my first three concepts are gratification, alienation, and also unconscious. So let's touch on gratification first. The gratification theory was created and developed by both Bloomer and Katz. One was a sociologist, the other a political scientist, and they suggested that when people seek gratification, they do things based on a response that they think that they may get from a specific audience. So basically, they think when people show off for the media or do things for a specific audience, they're basically doing that to basically, gratify themselves or to think of themselves as more. And that's what the Joker did in this scene. And I think he was like joking about the killings or laughing about it or just kind of didn't care. And I think he wanted to be gratified from it. And you could just tell by the way he had his legs crossed, everything was kind of like whatever. So that touches on that. And then also alienation, which is a state of being alone. And I think the Joker, possibly he suffers from a mental disorder. I'm not sure which one, but people have theorized probably psychopathy, antisocial personality disorder, stuff like that. And this causes alienation, when you might not be too right in the head. And he also grew up without his father in his life. His mom was just around, and when you don't have friends and you're awkward, all that plays in. I think it just is really hard. And then unconscious. So as we heard, the Joker mentioned that he has a problem with Thomas Wayne. Thomas Wayne is Bruce Wayne's dad, for those that don't know, and for those that don't know, that Bruce Wayne is Batman. So basically, like, the Joker thinks that, Thomas Wayne is his dad. So he basically thinks him and Batman are brothers. Disclaimer, at the time, Batman was 9 or 10 years old, so he didn't know him as Batman then, but, he did confront him, like, where's your father, and stuff like that. I think your father is my dad and stuff like that. These were based upon accusations that the Joker's mom made because she used to work for the Wayne household. Thomas Wayne did deny these actions, and he, told him that your mother was unstable. So I think when the Joker brought Thomas Wayne up in that random clip when he had nothing to do up, with the whole situation, I think that was like his unconscious, like spilling out in his anger of not having a dad. So this is the second part of the clip. And warning to those that haven't seen it, it's a little disturbing violence. So.
Pal. Look what happened because of what you did, what it led to. There were riots out there. 2 policemen are in critical condition. You're laughing. You're laughing. Someone was killed today because of what you did.
I know. How about another joke, Murray?
No, I think we've had enough of your jokes.
What do you get
I don't think so.
when you cross
I think
a
we're
mentally
done
ill
with your
loner
jokes.
with
That's
a
it.
society that abandons him and beats him like trash?
Call the police,
I'll
Gene.
tell you what you get.
Call the police.
You get what you fucking deserve.
Touches on my last 3 concepts, which is eniomy, deviance, and conflict theory. Eniomy, this concept deals with the expectations of when something is deemed normal in society and that basically just disappears. And I think in this case, like, the Joker lost sight as being a human being and he literally commits murder on live television. And then to me, I just think like most killers wouldn't even do that, at least on live television. So he just lost his way of thinking socially normally. And then deviance, which is similar to anomy. Deviance deals with those whose social skills may have been weakened. And with deviance, this involves like an action of like kind of what the person does. It's almost kind of like revenge. So I feel like in this case, when he killed Murray, it was a response to literally why he believes that he was treated horribly his whole life. So that was just, he was just kind of caught in the crossfire, honestly. Conflict theory. The conflict theory touches on when tension starts based off of a person's status or power or resources. And I think like the Joker already kind of had a rough bringing up anyway. So I think it was just hard for him to accept himself and then his social status and all that. Like he kind of was on the bottom of the totem pole, at least what he thought of himself. So I think that really caused conflict throughout his life and obviously in this clip. And then these are my semiotics concept chart, and that's basically what everything I just talked about. So thank you guys.